Very good morning to everyone, and I'll be taking your Python class. On Before going into the topics, I just wanted to introduce myself. My full name is A. Kishore Kumar, and I have completed my graduation in 2015 and masters in 2019. After that, I had worked in a couple of firms, and uh, like I have worked as the at the start. I started my career as the data science intern, and then the AI intern, and right now I'm working as the assistant manager. So this is a brief about me. Uh,
Yes, so.
yeah. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, so.
So I just wanted to ask few questions related to Python basics. Yeah. So what do you mean by syntax? If anyone wants to, I think you have heard about this word, na, syntax and all. Hello.
Syntax defines how to write and structure code.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Syntax actually defines writing the code correctly. Okay. Like it defines how keywords should look like, how the symbols, the punctuation should be arranged so that the Python can understand the code. Okay. So if we write like print and then keep hello as it is, and if we try to uh, run it, will it execute? It won't execute because there is a syntactical error. Okay. So if I try to run it, it will say it is a syntax error because the syntax of this is like this. Now it will run because now it is syntactically correct. So this is what the syntax means. Syntax is a set of rules for writing codes correctly. It defines how keywords, symbols, and punctuations should be arranged so that Python can understand the code. So this is the basic meaning of syntax. So I think all have understood what this syntax means. Everyone?
Yes, so.
Yeah. Okay. And then the next one is semantics. So anyone have heard about the semantics? What is semantics? It is actually a bit related to syntax only. Okay.
हाँ सर बताएं।
Uh, हाँ हाँ कोई बोल रहा था.
Yes sir, semantic means like if you are giving some rule, so like it will give the meaning like what we are writing in that particular code.
Can you explain with any example?
Like sir, if you are saying the like for the example you have given here print hello, so semantic means it will tell that we have written hello in that term like that.
In that
It
cell?
will give some meaning yeah, in that cell, particular cell.
No, actually it doesn't means that way. बट जैसे अभी सिंटेक्स में जो प्रॉपर सिंटेक्स होना चाहिए, अगर हम वो नहीं देते हैं तो इट विल बी अ सिंटेक्स एरर. सो द पाइथन इज अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड what kind of meaning of syntax, whereas semantics means it refers to the logic of the code or the meaning of the code. Uh, Means when you execute a code, the output which you have got is the intended one or not. Means, for example, if I want to have a function like at the output, I want the addition of two numbers. For example, I have written A is equals to something like 20, and then B is equal to something like 30, and I want the answer as A plus B. I must get C is equals to A plus B at my output. So I'll print here as C. So it is syntactically correct. And also, I wanted the addition of two numbers, and I'm getting the addition of two numbers here as well. So here it is syntactically correct and it is semantically also correct. But what if I write here A into B, and I still wanted the addition of two numbers. I still wanted the addition of two numbers, but I mistakenly or unknowingly wrote multiplication rather than plus. Okay. So here it is syntactically correct. It will fetch me the answer, but the intended one was A plus B. I'm getting A into B. If I run this, I'm getting 600 rather than 50. So it is semantically wrong because the rules, the meaning or the logic of the code is not the intended one which I wanted the output. So this is the basic meaning of semantic. In case of semantic, the code may be syntactically correct, but it basically depends on the output which we want. If the output is something like what we want, then it is syntactically and semantically correct, like the addition of two numbers. Okay. So here the output is, let me write it down. Here the output is syntactically correct, but semantically wrong. It is wrong because we intended the output as addition, but we are getting something else. Okay. So now you got the point why it is syntactically correct and semantically wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when you write a code, it must be syntactically correct and also semantically correct. If you give anything wrong syntax, it will fetch an syntax error or name error or something kind of errors. The basic errors we will go. And I think you have heard about exceptional handling. You have heard about. So all those things comes under the error part only, the basic errors and all within the Python. So we are having something like exceptional handling and all as well. So yeah. So this is about the syntax and semantics. So the difference also we have read, you know. In case of syntax, if we write wrong code, then it is a syntax error, and if we the output which we are intended is we are not getting them, then it is semantically wrong. So this is the basic difference in between this. And what are the syntax error? If anyone wants to answer, the same. The first we have seen, that is a kind of syntax error. Yeah, if we try to run this now, it is a syntax error. Simple. Let's move forward then. Uh, can anyone identify the error in this code? Is there any error or not in this part I'm asking about?
We have not given the variables for the number 10 and 5.
No, we don't need to specify the variables over here because 10 and 5, we gave only if the condition is correct, it will, yeah, it will execute the block inside it. That was a good try, but yeah, it will, there is no requirement of assigning variables. Anything else, guys? It will run. Yeah,
Colon is missing.
yeah, good. The colon is missing. So it will fetch an error. Okay, so let's try first. It is fetching an syntax error. Expected a colon after this line. So if we write colon, the output would be, now I have corrected the code. I wrote colon over here. So what would be the output? Yeah, it would be hello. So it will first check for the condition whether it is true or not, and if it is true, it will execute this part of code. Okay. What if it is like this? What would be the output? Now the condition given here is true or false. Is 10 lesser than 5? No, no, false. So output कुछ नहीं आएगा. Output would be none. Okay. Nothing is at the output because we haven't specified the else block of code. So that's why no output we are getting. And uh, this part of code will be executed only when this condition is being met or is true. Here, this condition is false. That's why no block of code is being executed. So if I write over here like else, and then write print like hi, and if now I try to execute this code, what would be the output? It would be hi, because
Hi.
yeah, good. Because this part of code is false, so the execution pointer will go over else block and it will definitely print this hi. Next, so it is printing this. So if I won't give this, it will not fetch any output. And if the condition is true, then only the block inside it will execute. Okay. So this is about the basic syntax and semantics part. So uh, just do let me know any doubts or anything you are having related to this part, which we have seen right now. Anyone? Or we are good to go forward? Yeah. What you were asking? Error?
Yes, yes, sir.
Syntax error you were asking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are set of rules within the Python which you have to adhere if you want to communicate with. Basically, Python is a kind of a programming language. Language means like if you and me are talking and you know English and I know English, so we can communicate. What if you know English and I do not know English? We could not communicate. So there are a set of rules within the English as well, like grammar and all. So the same way, Python also have some kind of a grammar. If we do not follow it, it will fetch an error that is called a syntax error. Okay. So in Python, whenever you want to print something, there is a kind of nomenclature they follows. Like you have to write print first, and then the inside the parenthesis, whatever you want to print, you have to write that. So this is the basic syntax which you have to follow if you want to print hello in your output. So if you write print and then parenthesis and inside the this quotes, whatever you write, the Python understand it that you want to print this part. So then when you execute the whole code, it will print hello. So this is the intended one which Python understands. And what if you write like this? The intended syntax was something else and you are writing something else. So when you try to run this now, it will fetch an error, like syntax error. So it is unable to understand what you are trying to execute. Okay. So again, if I want to print hello, so I'm writing hello and I should write it inside the quotes and I should enclose it with a parenthesis and write a print over here. Then the Python will understand, yeah, the user wanted to print the part which is inside the quotes and parenthesis. That is hello. So the output would be hello. Now if I try to run this, the output will be fetched. Okay. So this
Got
is the
it.
basic meaning of syntax. Okay. Anything else, guys, you want to discuss? सो इन द फर्स्ट क्लास मैं बस वही चाह रहा था कि आप लोगों को कितना पाइथन आता है सो दैट क्योंकि अपन एडवांस में जाएंगे तो फिर यही सारी चीजें जो एडवांस लेवल वाली है वो सारी चीजें यूज होगी जैसे लैम्डा फंक्शंस आपको यूज होंगे मैप्स यूज होंगे फिल्टर्स यूज होंगे कंटिन्यू ब्रेक फंक्शंस होते हैं तो बहुत सारी चीजें यूज होंगी तो इसीलिए आई जस्ट वांटेड टू नो कि आप लोग का कितना लेवल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप हो चुका है सो उसके बाद फिर आगे बढ़ने से क्योंकि उसके बाद अगर डायरेक्ट एडवांस से एडवांस पाइथन में चले जाएंगे तो फिर अगर ये नहीं आता है आप लोगों को तो बहुत इशू हो जाएगा कुछ नहीं समझ में आएगा सो ये समझना भी जरूरी है उसके साथ आप लोगों को थोड़ा बहुत कोडिंग प्रैक्टिस भी करना पड़ेगा बिफोर गोइंग टू द एडवांस लेवल सो ये फर्स्ट क्लास में मैं यही समझना चाह रहा था कि आपका कितना आपने पढ़ रखा है करके So if you are having issues, so अपन वापस से basic थोड़ा revise करते हुए चलेंगे. Like semantics and ये थोड़ा तो ये थोड़ा और deep में समझा दूं क्या कि आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. इसके अलावा और भी टॉपिक्स हैं वैसे इसके अंदर में. चलो एक बार देख ही लेते हैं इसको. सो ये बेसिक पाइथन के बारे में कि पाइथन में अराउंड 700 प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस हम आज की डेट में चलाते हैं, जिसमें 100 प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज आज एक्टिवली यूज होता है डेली बेसिस में. जैसे कि सी एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज है, C++ है, जावा है, रस्ट है, आर प्रोग्रामिंग है. तो ऐसे करके बहुत सारे प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस है जिसमें 100 सबसे ज्यादा चलता है, और उसमें भी सबसे जो ज्यादा आज की डेट में चलता है पाइथन है. Because of its vast amount of libraries और easy to understand kind of a coding, English like coding होता है. तो ये सारे reasons है, और इसमें बहुत सारे libraries होते हैं related to machine learning, natural language processing. तो ये सारी है. And the list goes on. तो बहुत सारे benefits होते हैं Python के. Backend पे obviously इसमें C++ का ही कोड रन होता है. सो बेसिकली सिंटैक्स और सिमेंटिक्स में ये सारे जो है अपन देखेंगे. तो सबसे पहले कमेंट्स कैसे लिखते हैं पाइथन में आता है आप लोगों को? कौन बताएगा कमेंट्स कैसे लिखते हैं?
सर हैश दे करके उस पे, मतलब अगर सिंगल लाइन कमेंट्स रहता है, मतलब हैश दे करके हम लोग लिखते हैं.
गुड. और इन केस ऑफ मल्टी लाइन कैसे लिखते हैं हम? ट्रिपल कोट्स. ठीक है, चलो तो ये एक बार देख लेते हैं. जो सिंगल लाइन कमेंट्स है अपन बेसिकली कोई शॉर्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन है ना, उसके केस में वी यूजेस हैश सिंबल. लाइक this is a single line of a code. Like right now we are creating a variable called age, and so for storing age we are having a variable called age. So like this kind of a comment if we want to write, so we used to write first hash. If you won't write hash, the Python will understand this as a command, and it will try to run it or execute it, and it will fetch an error, because this is not the intended syntax or intended way of writing code, so that to make Python understand. Okay, so for like this I'm writing here, this is a single line comment. If I won't write hash over here now, it will fetch an error. Okay, it is fetching an error because it is unable to understand this line. For humans this line is understandable, but for Python it is not, because it is having a predefined kind of a syntax which the Python follows to execute the code. So this is for our understanding. So that's why we keep hash over here. So now it will execute hello world. So this is basically the single line comment. If you want to write a single line comment, you use hash. Okay, and then when we uses a single line comment, hash explain a single line of code. Here we have written a single line of code to explain that we have written a comment, or add a shortcut or notes or remainder. Like I can write over here like hash, and then like here the print statement just prints the print command prints the value within the quotes enclosed by parenthesis. Okay, so like this kind of if I want to write a short notes what this code do, so I can write hash over here. So like this, if I try to run it, it will run, because Python knows if I wrote hash, after that whatever I write, it takes it as a comment, so it won't actually execute it. Okay, if I won't write hash over here now, the Python will try to run this part as well, and it will fetch an error. It is fetching an error because it is unable. It is not able to understand this part of code. But because we know we wrote it for the understanding purpose, so we comment it out. Okay. So this is the basic meaning of single line comment. So I think everyone have understood single line comments, how to write it and all.
Yes, sir.
So the people who have joined for the first time are getting it. What is a single line comment? कौन था
Yes, sir.
जिनका फर्स्ट क्लास था? हाँ, अंजलि, समझ में आया आपको?
Yes, sir.
ओके, सो ये है। उसके बाद सो ये सिंगल लाइन ऑफ कोड है। फिर वैसे ही हम मल्टी लाइन ऑफ कोड भी यूज कर सकते हैं। मल्टी लाइन ऑफ कोड लिखने के लिए हमको थ्री कोड्स, थ्री सिंगल कोड्स भी ले सकते हैं और थ्री डबल कोड्स भी ले सकते हैं। उसके बीच में हम अपनी जो भी वैल्यू प्रिंट करानी है वो लिख सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये है, जैसे कि मैं ये लिख रहा हूँ, मुझे 3 लाइन्स लिखनी है, तो अपन यहाँ पे या डबल हेडेड भी लिख सकते हैं, सिंगल हेडेड भी लिख सकते हैं, नो इश्यूज। और वो एज अ कमेंट ही रन करेगा। और ये बेसिकली अपन इसमें नहीं देख पाएंगे, लेकिन पीवाई फाइल होगा ना, तो उसमें अपन लिख सकते हैं इस टाइप का। जुपिटर नोटबुक में नहीं लिखा था ऐसा। जुपिटर नोटबुक के लिए अपन को फिर वही प्रिंट के अंदर में लिखना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, तो जैसे कि एग्जांपल है, प्रोग्राम टू ऐड 2 नंबर्स, ये एक कमेंट लिख दिया मैंने। तो ये सारी चीजें अपन लिख सकते हैं ऐसे करके कमेंट, अगर मल्टी लाइन में लिखना है तो। सो फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई राइट नाउ आई कैन राइट दिस इज मल्टी line comment. So this is trying to run this, but इसमें एंड ये जो स्लैश एन दिखा रहा है, दिस इज बेसिकली वेन एवर यू गो टू द नेक्स्ट लाइन तो वो स्लैश एन आता है। सो दिस इज दैट ओनली। इफ यू राइट इट विद इन दी प्रिंट के अंदर भी इसे लिख सकते हैं हम, देन इट वॉन्ट्स। ओके, सो जब मल्टी लाइन अपन यूज करते हैं, देन वी हैव टू राइट थ्री कोट्स। Made it may be single headed or double headed, but we can use this kind of nomenclature. Okay, so जब भी डॉक स्ट्रिंग लिखते हैं ना हम, जैसे अपन कभी डॉक्यूमेंट्स लिखते हैं कुछ बहुत बड़ा बड़ा, जैसे कुछ एक पैराग्राफ है, तो उस केसेस में हम मोस्टली इसे यूज करते हैं। कमेंट के लिए छोटा मोटा कुछ लिखना है अंडरस्टैंडिंग पर्पस के लिए, तो मोस्टली अपन हैश से ही लिखते हैं। ठीक, सो लाइक यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पे आउटपुट आ जाएगा 30। बाकी ये वाला जो पार्ट है ना, ये एक मिनट में आएगा। तो इफ आई रन इट नाउ, सो द आंसर इज 30। सो ऐसे करके रन करेगा। ये जो IPY NB फाइल है ना, उसमें ये वाला जो पार्ट है वो प्रिंट कर देता है, लेकिन जबकि एक्चुअली नहीं होना चाहिए। तो ये जो अपना नोटबुक है उसमें नहीं काम करता है। बट जब हम प्रॉपर पाइथन का आईडी कोई सा यूज करते हैं ना, तो उसमें ये एज अ कमेंट ही लेता है। तो अभी ये एज अ कमेंट किया है, इसीलिए प्रिंट नहीं हुआ है। ओनली ये जो एडिशन हमने किया है ना, ये वाला पार्ट जो है 30, बस वही प्रिंट हुआ है। तो ये था बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन सिंगल लाइन एंड मल्टी लाइन। सो आई थिंक यू हैव गॉट इट नाउ।